what she's going to do, but it could be fun.
I'm in my PJs.
That's some sexy shit. Oh, she's going to play as well. Here's everybody going, oh no, I can't play. And all of a sudden everybody just rocks up, grabs a guitar, rocks it out like, oh fuck, yeah. I didn't know you had a tattoo on your foot. Why don't you explain to everybody about the tattoo before we go any further, because it's pretty cool.
Oh, I got it in New Zealand.
Yeah.
It's based on henna ideas. And I knew I wanted a tattoo on my foot, so I went to all these different tattoo studios and finally found a Maori woman who did amazing shit. So, actually, that's a good story. I'll tell that story. So, okay. So, I went to the tattoo studio in Christchurch, New Zealand, 3 days before we were flying out to Australia. And, I went to the tattoo studio and I made an appointment with this woman because I saw her shit and it was amazing. So I said, yeah, I want this, and it was my first tattoo. And so I signed up to meet her the next day. Came in the next day and she had the flu, and so she couldn't come in and do my tattoo. So I said, fuck it. I didn't want anyone else to do it. I wanted her to do it, and I made the decision, and she was gone, so I was like, all right, whatever. And it turned out that day there was a huge earthquake, and if I would have been getting my tattoo at the time, the studio lost power, so I would have only had a half a tattoo. And yeah, it would have been bad anyway. And at the same time as that earthquake, there was a volcano in Chile, which the ash cloud came over New Zealand and canceled our flight. So then we had 4 more days left in Christchurch with nothing to do because the city is dead. The city is sad. It's really sad actually how the city is closed down and they're moving it. People are moving out every day. But yes, we had nothing to do, and we ended up couch surfing with these college kids who were a mess, and the place was a shithole, and we were sleeping on their couch, and it was disgusting. But I had to live with life, and it was okay. So then I went and got the tattoo, and she got better, the woman, and it was just fate. I was meant to get it. I was meant to stay in Christchurch to get the tattoo, and we flew out and came right to the arts factory, and been here ever since.
Awesome.
Yeah, we were supposed to stay here for 3 days. And I think it's been about 9 weeks now.
So you had an earthquake and an ash cloud in the one day.
Mm-hmm. And that was my first earthquake ever, too.
Just can't wait to go to New Zealand. Sounds awesome.
It was really cool. We actually had earthquake. That was my first big one. And we were in the car, and the car shook. And I was like, what are you doing? Why are you shaking the car? And Eric was like, I didn't do anything. And we didn't really know what it was. We were like, the car's fucked up, or something. And then we got to this parking lot where we were getting free internet, and it happened again. The car was shaking, and I was standing outside, and the door started shaking, and everything was shaking, and I closed the door, and I was like, fucking earthquake! And then these alarms started going off, and we're just and it kept going and going and going, and we were like, this is amazing! We're totally safe, and this is cool! We're having a good time! Yeah. And it was cool, too. It was dramatic, because we were right next to a high school, and all the high school kids flooded out, and they're like, oh, earthquake, big deal, man, blah, blah, blah. Everybody freak out. So it was cool. But then every night after that, we got aftershocks, and I sometimes still feel them now, even though there's no earthquakes in Australia. So it really does fuck with you.
That's a gravity storm as well.
Probably. I feel them all. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Thank you. Finally.
So maybe when you're in New Zealand and you're having sex with somebody and you ask them, did the earth move for you? They'll probably go, yes, it did.
Felt good.
Never mind. Just write my jokes down and get them later, everybody. Okay.